It's not a lack of inspiration, it's that you're too afraid no one will care. Does this sound like you? You open your laptop to write, only to spend 2 hours scrolling on your phone. In today's video, I want to tell you, creation anxiety equals erratic inspiration times self-doubt plus perfectionism feedback mechanism. Let's break down this formula together and get your creative flow back. Hey everyone, I'm T&M, a channel dedicated to sharing creative insights and helping you overcome creative blocks. I understand your pain, that feeling of having many ideas but being unable to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard. Because I've been there too. I used to get stuck on an article for 3 weeks, but now, I can post daily without stopping. If you also want to escape creation anxiety and find the secret to consistent output, then be sure to watch today's video until the end, because I'm going to reveal exactly how I did it. Creation anxiety is almost every creator's nightmare. It's not because you're lazy or lack talent, it's because you're trapped by an invisible chain. This chain is the formula we started with: erratic inspiration times self-doubt and perfectionism feedback mechanism. It's like a black hole, sucking away your passion and your drive, leaving you in an endless cycle of internal struggle. You might think it's just a lack of inspiration, but behind it lie deeper psychological barriers. Today, I will deeply analyze each factor in this formula, showing you how they hinder your creativity. More importantly, I will give you a set of methods I've personally practiced and found effective, helping you fundamentally solve creation anxiety so you can, like me, go from being stuck for 3 weeks to easily posting daily and even enjoying the creative process. Ready? Let's get started. Decoding the anxiety formula: inspiration times doubt and perfectionism. Many people believe that without inspiration, they can't create. So, they spend a lot of time waiting for inspiration, browse social media, watching shows, and zoning out, calling it accumulation. But what's the result? Inspiration doesn't come, but anxiety does. Inspiration doesn't appear out of thin air, it's more like a connection. When you're exposed to enough information and enough stimulation, your brain automatically builds connections between these points, and then, eureka! Inspiration appears. But if you just passively wait or keep circling within the same small sphere, inspiration will naturally be as erratic as fog. Therefore, no inspiration is often the result of insufficient input or homogeneous input. You have to actively seek stimulation, read books from different fields, listen to people from different circles, and experience different lives. Inspiration is like your sensor, it needs constant charging and calibration to capture those fleeting sparks. Remember, inspiration is captured, not waited for. Even if inspiration strikes, you might still not be able to start. Why? Because the second major demon appears: self-doubt. You start thinking, will anyone read this? Is my content too shallow? Has someone else already written this? These voices echo in your head, making you condemn yourself before you even begin. This self-doubt comes from a fear of judgment and an assumption of failure. We care too much about what others think, too afraid that our efforts will be ignored, or even criticized. So, to avoid this potential pain, we choose the safest approach: not starting. Because if you don't start, you'll never fail, and you'll never be mocked. But think about it, which great creator hasn't experienced being questioned or mocked? Stephen King's novel was rejected over 30 times initially, and J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was rejected by more than a dozen publishers. If they had been defeated by self-doubt back then, we wouldn't see these classics today. Self-doubt is poison on the creative journey, it will make you wither before you even blossom. You must learn to shut it out. If inspiration and self-doubt are taken care of, congratulations, you might still not be able to write. Why? Because there's a third invisible killer: perfectionism. You always think that what you write must be the best, the most perfect. Every word, every sentence, must be carefully considered, and even a single punctuation mark must be checked multiple times. What's the result? You might get stuck on the first paragraph for 3 hours, or write 2 sentences and delete them to rewrite. A small mistake can lead you into an endless cycle of revisions, ultimately resulting in a project being abandoned or never published at all. The essence of perfectionism is actually the fear of imperfection. It burdens you with immense psychological pressure before you even begin. Know that no work is perfect, there are only completed works. Those gurus who seem to shine, their first drafts might be worse than yours. They just dared to put out imperfect things and then continuously iterated and optimized based on feedback. If you always pursue perfection, you'll never write anything. Completion is a million times more important than perfection. My breakthrough mindset, from being stuck for 3 weeks to daily posts. Now that we understand the causes of creation anxiety, the next part is key. How did I break through these difficulties, going from someone who took 3 weeks to write an article to someone who can now easily post daily and even enjoy the creative process? I've summarized a set of methods I've personally practiced, consisting of 5 core strategies, guaranteed to be full of practical insights. 1. Build your input system and inspiration bank. First, stop waiting for inspiration. You must actively build your input system and inspiration bank. Inspiration isn't waited for, it's fed. Input system, extensive reading. Don't just read in your professional field, explore psychology, philosophy, history, novels, etc. Cross-disciplinary knowledge is most likely to spark new ideas. Observe life, pay attention to people and things around you anytime, anywhere, their pain points, needs, interesting stories. These are excellent materials. Deep thinking, reading, studying, and observing are not the end. Ask yourself, what did I learn? How can I apply it? What's my perspective? Transforming input into thought is how you internalize it and make it your own. Inspiration bank. Record instantly, whether it's using phone memos, Evernote, Notion, or a traditional notebook. If you have any idea, any golden phrase, any image, record it immediately. Don't think, I'll remember it. Trust me, you won't. Categorize by theme. Regularly organize your inspiration notes and categorize them, such as personal growth, financial concepts, relationships, content formats, etc. When you need to create, just open your inspiration bank, and you'll find an inexhaustible supply of material. When your inspiration bank is full of material, no inspiration will become a thing of the past. You just need to withdraw the right money, your inspiration, from the bank and start combining and processing it. 2. Create your flow safe zone to combat self-doubt. The second strategy is to build your flow safe zone to combat self-doubt. What is a flow safe zone? It's a creative space where you feel safe, can express yourself freely, and won't be interfered with by others' judgments. I know, just thinking about publishing gives you immense pressure. So, in the early stages of creation, don't think about publishing. Your first goal is simply to complete. Here's how I do it. Write for yourself first. In the first draft stage, assume that only you will see this article or script. This will greatly reduce your fear of external judgment. You can freely write down any rough, even clumsy, ideas. Set a trash can goal. Give yourself a goal, such as today I'm going to write a garbage article, as bad as it can be, as long as I finish it. This sounds strange, right? But when you allow yourself to write garbage, you'll actually drop the burden of writing well, making it easier to start writing. Many times, the garbage you write isn't garbage at all, it's just your inner perfectionism at play. When you enter this flow-safe zone, you'll find yourself becoming freer and your thoughts flowing more smoothly. Once you're done writing, going back to revise will be much easier than starting from scratch and striving for perfection. 3. Embrace the completion to iteration mindset to defeat perfectionism. The third strategy is to defeat perfectionism and embrace the completion to iteration mindset. This is a concept I learned from software development. A product isn't launched when it's perfect. Instead, a minimum viable product MVP is launched first, and then it's continuously iterated based on user feedback. Creation is the same. Prioritize getting it done over getting it perfect. Treat your first creation as an MVP. Its goal is completion, not perfection. Write a first draft, even if it's rough or a bit illogical, it doesn't matter. Set a completion deadline. Give yourself a strict deadline, such as by 10 p.m. tonight, this draft must be completed. No revisions, no deletions. When the time comes, stop immediately. Embrace imperfection. Allow your first version of the work to have flaws. They are like a raw house that still needs renovation. But at least you have a house, rather than endlessly staying in the blueprint stage. When you get used to completion, you'll find that revising and optimizing become much more efficient. Because you already have a skeleton, you just need to add flesh and refine details. This will exponentially increase your creative efficiency. 4. Integrate effective feedback mechanisms. Do you remember our formula feedback mechanism? This is your key accelerator to shaking off anxiety. Actively integrate effective feedback mechanisms to let external forces push you forward. Many people fear feedback, especially negative feedback. But in reality, feedback is the best teacher. It's an accelerator for your growth. How to do it? Start with trusted friends. If you're afraid to publish publicly, you can first find a few trusted friends or peers, show them your work, and ask for their honest opinions. Receiving initial affirmation and suggestions from them will give you a lot of confidence. Small steps, quick publishing. Don't wait until your work is perfect to publish. The sooner you publish, the sooner you'll get real user feedback. Even if only a few people view it or like it, that's valuable encouragement. This data will tell you whether your content is needed and which parts need improvement. Learn to face criticism. When you receive negative comments, don't view it as a personal attack. See it as advice for your work. Analyze the criticism, identify what's constructive, and what's just emotional venting. Focus only on the feedback that can help you improve. When you get used to learning from feedback, you'll find that publishing work is no longer a source of anxiety but a process of gaining growth opportunities. With feedback, you have direction, and anxiety naturally lessens. 5. Establish rituals and atomic habits. Finally, the ultimate secret that allows me to post daily without stopping. Establish rituals and atomic habits to make creation a part of your life. Creation is an activity that requires continuous effort. It demands your energy and perseverance. If you treat it as something optional, you'll easily give up. So, you must turn it into a habit, an instinct. Here's how I do it. Fixed time, fixed place. Set a fixed time slot for creation, such as 30 minutes after waking up every morning, or an hour before going to bed at night. During this time, sit at your designated creative spot and do nothing but create. Over time, your brain will form a conditioned reflex. Once it's this time and place, it will know, oh, it's time to create. Minimize the activation barrier. Don't set too high a goal for yourself at the beginning, such as today I'm going to finish a 2,000-word article. You can start with today I'll only write 100 words, or even today I'll just open the document and type the title. When you complete this tiny goal, you'll gain a sense of accomplishment, pushing you to continue. This is the core of Atomic Habits: starting small and consistently doing it. Create a to-do list. Break down your creative process into small tasks, such as gather information, outline, write first draft, edit, add images. Check off each small task you complete. This visual sense of accomplishment will continuously reinforce your positivity. Reward system: when you complete a milestone, give yourself a small reward, like having a cup of coffee, watching a short video, or going for a walk. This will make your brain associate creation with pleasure. When creation becomes a habit, it's no longer a task you have to overcome anxiety to complete, but a natural behavior. You might even start to enjoy it. Q&A session: common anxieties and quick solutions. I know I've talked a lot, and you might still have some common questions. I've compiled a few of the most frequently asked ones to give you quick answers. Q1: I write very slowly. What should I do? A. Being slow is normal. Don't force speed, prioritize completion first. I was also very slow at first, but as you practice more, your thoughts will flow more smoothly, your typing speed will increase, and your editing skills will improve. It's a process of practice making perfect. Focus on consistently writing, and speed will naturally increase. Q2: will anyone actually read what I write? A. While being read is important, your initial purpose should be to write for yourself. When you write for yourself, you can create content with genuine passion and depth. When you're truly invested, your energy will infect your readers. If you try to cater to everyone from the start, you'll lose your own voice. When you create something of value to yourself, you'll naturally attract the right people. Q3: how do I get through a slump? A. Embrace it, then let it go. Every creator experiences slumps, it's normal. When you feel stuck, take a short break to do something completely unrelated and let your brain relax. Or, go back to your flow safe zone and just write something with no pressure, even just journaling. Don't force yourself, but don't give up entirely either. After the slump passes, inspiration will flow again. Q4: what tools do I need to start creating? A. The cheapest tools are the best tools. All you need is a computer or phone that can type, or even just a piece of paper and a pen, to get started. The tool isn't important, your determination to start is. Once you're consistently producing content, then you can consider upgrading your tools. Conclusion: bid farewell to anxiety, embrace creative freedom. Alright, today we thoroughly broke down the formula for creation anxiety. Creation anxiety equals erratic inspiration times self-doubt plus perfectionism feedback mechanism. And the ultimate mindset to solve it is, build an inspiration bank, to keep inspiration flowing endlessly. Create a flow-safe zone, to reduce the fear of judgment. Practice completion to iteration, to defeat perfectionism. Integrate feedback mechanisms, to push yourself forward. Establish creative habits, to make creation instinctive. I hope these methods help you overcome that long-standing creation anxiety. Creation should be an enjoyable process, a way to express yourself. Don't let anxiety steal your joy. Which strategy resonated most with you today, or do you have any unique anti-anxiety secrets? Share them in the comments below. I'll read every comment carefully and engage with you. Your comments are also a huge source of support and encouragement for me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, it means a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more valuable content on creative insights and self-growth in the future. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Remember, you're not alone, your anxiety is normal, but it can absolutely be conquered. Starting today, take your first step, let creation anxiety become a thing of the past, and let your inspiration flow freely. See you in the next video.